A day in the life of Chantry. There's my bantam. She's getting a little bit bigger. And there's Maud. Mavis says good morning. The chickens are mad at me because I haven't got them their scratch yet. So, we'll go over to the run. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi. Good morning, my feathers. All right, so we come over here. Chicken run. Open the gate even though they pushed the one part of the fence out. Whatever. So this is their little chicken run. They've got some shade over here. But they like their scratch for breakfast. All the plants and bugs and everything else, I guess, just not good as good as scratch in the morning. I don't give them a whole bunch, though, because corn makes them too hot. But I do give them some for snacks. And then I check on, hi, Squeaks. I've got a birdie one that's hatching chicks. Hi, Mavis. Don't you come at me. If I don't have special snacks for him, sometimes he likes to hit me. He's kind of a brat. He's kind of a big chicken. Kind of love him, though. All right. So, chickens are getting their breakfast. Come on, Doki, let's go check on the garden. All right, now, come through the rest of the yard. And this is what happens when your 15-year-old mows and you're at work and he says he gets it done so he can go camping with his sisters. He doesn't get the one weeds, but he got some of it. I think that was a dog toy. Whatever. Typical. Okay. So here is my garden this morning. I love walking up on it. We're going to put in some stairs, I think, and a walkway. We just got to find time. Always need more time in a week. Grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are the problem I'm fighting this year, but that's okay. I'm going to get some bird feeders out and that'll take care of them. Boy. All right. So, here's the garden. It's July 15th. And, yeah, I've got asparagus and parsley, some weeds. Probably need to thin out those chives, but my little apple tree, this is one of those, like, stick trees you find at Cal Ranch. It's doing great. These are all carrots. And those are all carrots and onions. Well, I'm going to have to pick chamomile again. That's an everyday thing. If you like chamomile, grow it. I recommend it. Fresh chamomile. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I've got kiwi berries and gooseberries and aronia berries all in here. The gooseberries are getting big. You can see them. And then I've got sassafras, and I do have leaves at the bottom of that. And a wild rose that doesn't have flowers yet, but I think it's going to. That's my little mulberry. It's looking good. My weeds, Brussels sprouts and taters. Garlic. Oops. My daylilies are finally going to bloom. I'm excited. Last year the deer ate them, so. My wasabi arugula has kind of gone to seed. It's really pretty though, so I don't know, I might just let it reseed itself. Yeah, I've got a Cosmo growing in the middle. I'm going to have to transplant that, and potatoes, but my lettuces are doing good. This box was a great idea for them. 5 million more onions and some top soy, which isn't doing good because of the heat, but that's okay. I'll plant some more in the fall. My rue is getting huge. Transplanted a plum tree. It's still green on the branches, so hopefully it's doing good. And the other one, I'm not sure if it died. We had to adjust it, so hopefully it'll come back around. We'll see. But there's my fig tree and my garlic. And sorry about the compost bin, but there's my gojies and, of course, sage. You always gotta have sage. And dill. I have dill everywhere because I told Kevin it would grow everywhere. He didn't believe me. So we're going to be thinning out dill tonight or tomorrow night. There's some more chamomile in the middle of all of my strawberries. My beautiful little strawberries, and they're everywhere. You just move through here and there's strawberries. Not very many red left because we kind of ate quite a bit last night. One of these days I'll leave enough on here to actually make strawberry jam or something. But I do have a whole entire family of quail that absolutely love my strawberries. Alright, well here's my tomatillos, some more dill that sprouted. My celery, more tomatillos, more tomatillos. A couple weeds I gotta get, but that's not a big deal. So my corn. Yeah. The boys made my corn. They tilled it up really nice. And I was lazy and didn't pull all the roots out, which was my bad. Wanted to see what it did, so there's a lot of weeds in here. That's okay. Next year, after we harvest all this, I'm taking the tiller through it, and I'm going to put on visqueen, and I'm going to put the corn, I'm going to put holes for the corn, and try that next year and see if I can kill off all these weeds, because there's a lot of thistle, and I hate thistle. Alright, but there are cucumbers in there. They are doing okay. We're going to try to get to them and see what I can do tonight, but yeah, it's taken over. My amaranth, though, is helping out. It fights off the weeds, so I've been letting it go. But I've got amaranth and beans over here. And I guess I have broccoli rub. I don't know. Last year I had my broccoli and my cauliflower in this box, and that all sprouted up, so I just let it go. I don't know. Got a little bit of thistle I gotta remove. I gotta get my big gloves, so. My calendulas are looking pretty. They're starting to bloom everywhere. And I'll start harvesting them soon so I can get me some calendula tea and some oils going. My tomatoes are starting to really look good. It took them a while. This weather was so weird, but they were stunted, but they're starting to really take off. Some of them are new. I can't resist a good sell-on tomato plant. Some were a little overwatered. My bad. But, okay. I have my blueberries. I think that's a weed, but it's really pretty, so whatever. Got blueberries. I got blueberries. Yes, I cheated and bought a bush that had berries on it. But that's okay. I want blueberries out of my garden. So this year I will have blueberries out of my garden. And I think next year, from looking at the berries, we're going to have berries that finally on my bushes. The deer did a job on a lot of my trees and bushes over the winter. They got in here. They broke through the wires. They were starving with how bad the winter was. And they ate everything they could. I need my gloves to get these because they're pokey and they hurt. So, but this is what used to be my bee garden. That is a pear tree in the middle, and it is growing. And then a ton of mint. So much mint, borage, sage. Those are my mama's daisies. The grasshoppers love them, which is ticking me off. But those daisies, I don't think ever got bigger than about 2 feet. And they love this garden, so my cosmos are getting ready to bloom. My cucumbers are starting. More cucumbers. Cucumbers. They're starting to all do what they're supposed to do. I need to go get some more mulch and some fertilizer, but here's some more of my flowers. And my pear tree, I don't know if you can see it, but it is covered in pears. This is my little stick peach tree that was nothing last year, and I'm going to have to prune it this year, but it's really taken off. Let's see. There's a pear. I've got pears. I'm so excited about my pears. Last year it got nipped, so I didn't get any fruit. Alright, my echinacea is getting ready to bloom. My marshmallows they are blooming. Yes, finally. Now, if you have a cough or cold, this right here, marshmallow, put it in a tea, some mullein, some goldenrod, some mint, lots of mint for the flavoring. I like to throw hibiscus in it because I like the taste of hibiscus. Some hyssop blossoms are great, or some dried hyssop, maybe even some chamomile. It will take out that nasty winter cough you get. I have it growing everywhere, everything that I need for it growing everywhere this year, because I had 2 jars of it, huge jars of it last year, and ran out. So, alright, here's my pumpkins, and I'm getting flowers. Some of them aren't doing that great, but it's okay. They'll come around. I gotta get these weeds. That's my bad. That's the expanding the garden and working a lot, which I don't mind. It's just, it was getting the hang of things. But I got a pumpkin. And I'm gonna have some more. I got another one right there. I'm pretty excited about my pumpkins, if you can tell. Overwatered my peppers. Oops, but they'll come back around. They always do. I'm getting little peppers everywhere. Peppers, so many peppers. Yeah, I had to cheat. I didn't take care of my seedlings like I usually do. Like I said, there was a lot of changes this year. I actually got really busy with real estate, and so I'm revamping my seed room, and things are going to be a lot different. Oh, yuck, thistle. Those are supposed to be little pointy melons, so hopefully they grow. And that's my watermelon. But, alright. Here's my flowers. I've got an elderberry, a dark elderberry, and delphiniums, of course. Blue and purple, and balloon flowers, petunias. I think I'm going to thin out my strawberries and put them all over this hill. I think it would be a good place for strawberries. I've got ashwagandha. I don't know if that's a weed or a real tree, but it was growing. It was pretty, so I moved it. Some clover. Gorgeous weed, but some more elderberry. Not that kind of weed, just a weed. I can't remember what they are. They just suck. They grow everywhere. My lamb's ear. And then I've got lamb's quarters. So, and my little cherry tree. My poor little cherry tree, but it's got leaves. The lovely ground squirrels decided to eat the roots, so it only had like one root left. So we transplanted it over here, and I've been babying it, and it's doing okay. So hopefully its roots are getting strong. I don't care if I get fruit on it. I just want the roots to fix themselves and come back next year stronger. Yeah, this was just some water runoff, and I planted a whole bunch of mint because mint will grow anywhere. Just put a bunch of random seeds, flowers. I don't even know what they are. Just getting them to grow. And this is some zucchinis. And then mustard, because I like mustard. Another apple tree. And sunchokes, because I had a dripper over there and I had some extra sunchokes, so I threw them in the hole. They're growing, because that's what sunchokes do. Yeah, and I have this stupid cheatgrass, but it looks pretty, so I left it. Alright, so that is the tour of the garden today. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of work this week, or this weekend, so I'll probably post another better tour, shorter, on Sunday or Monday, so you can see some of the work. I'm sure I may end up finding more plants. My peppers are trying. There's some that went from seed. There's some little teeny ones I transplanted that are trying really, really hard to do something. But I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty. Everyone have a great weekend, and I will post again.